Again, I'm going to tell a story and then build off it to build some context behind it to teach a lesson for this video. So I'm going to go right into it. There's two brothers, and these two brothers, I won't tell you the name because it's not important. They're practically miracle workers, right? And what they do is they go in and they take people from being in a crazy state to changing in moments, going from 7 years of suffering to back to normal in one day, versus, these people have been through crazy things and had therapists for 7 to 10 years and haven't figured it out. And so the story goes like this. There's this man, and he's in a catatonic state. No movement, no hearing, or no movement, no sound, no nothing. The only thing he can do is hear. And so these brothers call up the therapist who's been taking care of this guy, trying to get him out of catatonic state, and say, hey, we'll come in, we'll fix this guy in one day, just give us a chance. So the therapist is like, that's interesting. I wonder what they're gonna do. So they invite these two brothers to come, and they get there, and when they get there, there's a huge crowd of people waiting in the room. And when they get in, they're like, excuse me, you guys cannot be in here while we do this. And then the group of people say, well, are your methods secret? And the brothers say, you could say that. And so they agree. And they're like, well, I don't know if we can leave you in here legally. And then the brothers say, if you can't leave us here legally, we can't help. So they agree, and the group of people leave, and they're in there. And one brother tells the other brother, he's like, Bob, lock the door. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, lock the door. He's like, come on, Bob, I don't want to do it. He's like, lock the door, I'll kill you. Starts screaming at him. Bob locks the door. So there's a guy sitting here on a wheelchair, completely in a catatonic state. No nothing, no movement. All he can do is hear. So one of the brothers comes up, looks at the guy in the face with a very sinister look. And he pulls out a knife, right? This guy's sitting there, and what he does, he cuts his shirt off, and he looks at the guy. And he reaches to his chest, and he yanks out a hair on his chest. Yanks it out. Nothing. The guy doesn't move. So what he does, he yanks out another hair. Guy doesn't move. Yanks out another hair. Guy still doesn't move. He starts reaching even lower. Yanks it. Reach even lower, yanks it, reach even lower, yanks it, until he gets to a particular part on the guy's body, and you can guess where, and reaches for the hair, and the guy gets up and sees he touches that, and he freaks out. But the crazy thing about the story is the guy actually gets up out of his chair, out of his catatonic state. For 10 years he was in a catatonic state. He was ready for every kind of therapy. Electroshock therapy, all sorts of drugs, all sorts of anything to get him out of this. And these guys, in one session, got him out of it. Now, what can we learn from this story? Well, the biggest thing is, if you want to create change in somebody, all you need is a certain amount of leverage. So what is leverage? Leverage is just a form of, how can I explain it? It's just a way of getting people to create change within themselves, because if they don't, they're gonna either get hurt, a physical leverage, or they're gonna get mentally hurt, mental leverage. There's all sorts of different leverages, but the whole point of the story is, if you have enough leverage, either physically ripping the hair out or mentally playing games with people, you can create change in someone who's in a catatonic state for 10 years. And what I'll do is I'll explain another story in the next video of how you can create mental leverage. But this is a form of physical leverage. So if you want to create, change in someone who is, going through a very hard time, sometimes physical leverage can help. Not beating someone up, but doing something less harmful that can actually create a change, like ripping someone's hair out. So that's the topic of the video. Hopefully you liked it. I didn't explain the story the best I could, but that is the story in a nutshell, and I hope you liked it, and you'll catch the next video tomorrow. I will share another story. I'll catch you guys later, and thank you for listening.